In this video, we're going to install a graphical debugger for C and C++ and debug a simple while loop as a demonstration of the tool. To get started, we're going to need to install the extension, and we can do that by going to the extension marketplace. And the fastest way to find this particular extension is to type C/C. And what we're looking for is this C/C++ IntelliSense debugging and code browsing tool. And we'll go ahead and click the install button. And this is going to install, and we can close its extension window. And now we're going to go open the example while loop. And you can see here I have a simple piece of code that initializes a variable with a value of 1. And while that variable is less than 10, we continue to add 1 to it and exit. So there's not much here to the program, but if we wanted to watch and see what happens, over here on the left-hand side, now that the plugin is, or the extension is installed, we can click and set breakpoints. And then we can go over here to the debugging icon and click it to open the debugger. The first time you do this, you will not have a configuration. The easiest way to set up a configuration is have it do it for you by clicking the play button. We're working with C, so we're going to click there. And I'm going to use the G++ compiler, but if you need Clang or any others, they're available here. I'll click on that, and it's going to do this initial setup for us. You'll see some windows pop up, or some frames pop up down here at the bottom, and some things happening. And it's going to open up this configuration file, which we'll have to close a little bit later. But you can see here, it's started executing the program. It reached our breakpoint, and we can see the value of number is 1. Up here we have your standard debugging tools. You can stop the debugging if you see something is wrong. You can step out, step into, and step over, just as you would expect from any graphical debugger. And so I'll just go through this a couple times. You can see when the program loops back up to the while statement, the value of number is 2. And then we're going to go through it again, and it's still number 2. It does its increment, and now the number is 3. And so you can see that as we're doing this, we're seeing what those local variables are doing, so we can debug our while loop if there's any problems or something we need to adjust. When you're done debugging, you can simply click the stop button, and this is that configuration file I told you about that it will open. This will only happen when you set up a new configuration. You can simply close it, and you are back to working with your program.